one of those things where you have to decide within yourself that you're not going to take every client. And you're definitely not going to take every client if it's not in their best interest. Like even if you do need the money, I do think you can make that decision within yourself that, look, I'm not going to work with just anybody. I'm going to work with the people that are a good fit for me. And I'm also only going to help them do something if it really is in alignment with what they tell me their goals are. So
right,
the goals are, yeah, I mean, so you can still make that decision that you're going to do what's best for the client, and you're only going to work with the clients that are a good fit for you. And I think that will help, even if you're in that growth phase where you do need the commission and every deal is important. I think making those two decisions will at least help you not come off with commission breath. Yeah, douchey. that.
You know, and we talk about it, the 5 things that a real estate agent should be doing. You know, lead generation, lead follow-up, scripts, negotiations, and going on appointments. And that's all they should be doing. Nothing that happens after they go under contract makes them money. So why are they doing it? They should be focused on their 20% and their money-making activities. But what happens is, like I said to you guys earlier, it's a lot easier to pick up the phone and coordinate an appraisal than it is to pick up the phone and call a lead. So they'll get sucked back into those contract to close tasks, and they'll feel productive because they're working on the transaction, when in reality they're not being as productive as they could be if they were out there selling.
So the key relationships that I have are obviously with 3 kids being involved in sports. I spend a lot of time with parents. And I think the key thing in that, and I think where a lot of people get tripped up, is just be real with them. Be a real person. You don't have to talk real estate every transaction. You don't have to try and sell them on stuff. Just be real. And when they need something, they'll ask you about it. And that's probably been the biggest key to my success, is that I'm just a normal person talking to people, letting them know who I am as a person. They know what I do, obviously. I don't need to push it down their throat. But then those people that come to me, that's who I get referrals from, because they want their friends to work with me too. So my core relationships, they take care of me on referrals too, because they want their friends to get the same treatment that they get.
What are the most high-effective, high-impact ways he can invest that part-time?
Okay, so it's going to cost you $140 a month. You're going to You're going to record 4 videos. We've talked about this. 4 videos. You're gonna promote each one for $5 a day for 7 days for each video. Okay, you're gonna do a buyer or seller needs or wants that you have, and if you're promoting it, we'll find another one there. Then you're going to promote a community-based one, something about parks or dog parks or something around the community that's interesting. You're going to do one about a restaurant or a business in the area where they will then cross-promote it for the same 7 days for $5 a day. And then the last one is something like a mayor, city planner, principal, something of authority in the area to talk about why your neighborhoods are so cool. And then you'll do call to action every single time that you do this. The reason why this is so good, for $140, you're going to be touching thousands of impressions out there, and you're talking about something that's relevant, that's interesting, that's new, that's not redone. People are going to get to know you, your personality, your style, everything there is. And so people, when they get comfortable with you, then they want to get to know you more. They want to understand more. And if you're bringing information to the consumer that they have no other way of getting, you now become the aficionado of Danville, California, or Walnut Creek, California, or wherever you call it.
That's one of the things I wanted to kind of bring out of the book, is that, so he brings out the point that, like, will and self-discipline and self-control and all this, it all draws from that same energy tank, and we have a lot less of it than we think. So rather than structuring your life in a way where you have to constantly make all these small, not even small, but just constant decisions throughout the day, it draws down that energy tank, and it makes it less likely that you're going to make the right decisions, number one, and number two, that you'll maintain that self-control, through the whole day and through the whole week. So why not acknowledge that fact and make things like structurally easy on yourself in terms of the way that you manage your time and time blocking and stuff like that. There's no sense in making life more difficult on you. Life is difficult as it is.
If you're going to make a profit, if you're going to spend money and buy leads, lead accountability will be the method in which you profit. Like, if you do not have a lead come in and you could see the accountability of what happened on that lead, how quickly it was responded to, what was our process all the way through, if you can't see that, it's going to be very hard to get a return with the cost of leads out there today.